I'm Doug Sundling, and welcome to our annual Spring Evening of Poetry, sponsored by the Creative Arts Council of Wells County. This annual event began in 1999. I forgot to do. Please silence any cell phone or other electronic device that makes noise. Poetry, the power of language. It expresses the mundane, gossip, and everyday communication, and it can elevate us from the profound, from the profane to the profound, from the mundane to the divine. The wonder and the mystery dissolve into reality. Movies script what we can see. Unicorns are always free. Santa Claus exists in you and me. Despite the strait at being 8, she still enjoys the magic in the spirit of believing. Or I could say, at 8, she realized Santa Claus wasn't real and movies are just stories. Poetry elevates language to be more than just symbols for everyday stuff. Poetry can touch the profound. Poetry can tickle our fancy. But the essence of poetry is both to communicate and to transcend the experience of being human. Though poetry can be explicit, poetry usually cultivates words that nibble at something on the edges. Aging is a close relative who won't go away, always around, day to day. Or I could say it's tough getting old. Sometimes it's comforting, sometimes it's annoying. Poetry, sharing your inner beauty. Dance of words instead of the delivery of a sentence. Helps distinguish between priorities in my mind and priorities in my soul. Gathering experience, releasing inner stuff. Hearing it with my eyes. Seeking the wow rather than it's just nice. Roman poet Horace said poetry instructs while it pleases. Robert Frost said that poetry begins in delight and ends in wisdom. William Wordsworth said poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. T.S. Eliot stated that genuine poetry can communicate before it is understood. Carl Sandburg said that poetry is the synthesis of hyacinths and biscuits. Such is a major aspect of poetry. It brings together things, often in metaphor, that don't seem to belong together, if not seem outright opposites. And this offers insight or wisdom. A species adrift, drowning in our sea of overwhelming anonymity. We are mice managing elephants in the river of life, crowded into lifeboats from the ark of salvation. Or I could say, our technology has evolved faster than our ability to handle it. Tonight, each poet will introduce him or herself, and will have 10 minutes in which to share his or her poetry. If you wish to clap, clap. If you wish to sigh, sigh. If you wish to hiss, hiss. If you want to explain amen, that's okay. A poet who is reading is a performer, and performers want audiences to react. If a poem sparks a question or a response, please feel free to share it, or to request for a poet to reread a poem. This is our 5th year in the Arts and Chamber at Commerce Building, and I want to thank Maureen Butler and the Creative Arts Council for their efforts.
And the Friends of the Library.
And the Friends of the Library. The news banner requests that we poets group together at the end for a group photo so nobody take off. And so may we share with you some poetic remedies.